I'm meteorologist Taylor Stephenson. Here's a few things you should know about me. So my mom's actually from Oklahoma, and my dad is, like I said, is from Portsmouth, but he went to Oklahoma as well. So that's where my parents met. So I was like, oh, I already had like, you know, the little Oklahoma Sooners like kind of vibe going in the house. And then of course they're really known for their meteorology program. They're the #1 school in the country. So I feel like I was just really nerdy growing up. So I would watch the Weather Channel when other kids would watch like cartoons, like normal kids. But I would watch the Weather Channel. And I just was really fascinated by weather. So when I was 10 years old, I told my teacher I wanted to be a meteorologist, and I even wrote it down, and to this day it's hanging in my house of me writing down I want to be a meteorologist at 10 years old. I just tell people, like, if you think about it and you want to do it, like, you can do it. I feel like I should implement that more in my own life and like do things, other adventures that I want to do. But I feel like writing down and just like verbal affirmations are super important. I wasn't stationed in Georgia, but it was Macon. I will say it was definitely a learning station. I feel like I did struggle in my first 3 months because I feel like it was a pretty big learning curve for me. I'm going from just like the college atmosphere to, okay, you're on TV, this is what you need to do, make sure it's accurate, make sure you do your stuff on time. I thought it was a good start to my journey, but I knew it wasn't the end of my journey. I really like to travel. And my goal is to visit all 50 states by 50. I'm at 20 so far. I just like to be around different types of people and experience different types of life. The biggest difference between weather in Georgia and Virginia and Northeast North Carolina is really the fact that we're so much closer to the coast. The marine stuff really plays a big factor in weather here, and in central Georgia, it just didn't. We weren't that close to the coast. Here, it's like, what do people want to know when they go to the beach? Rip current risk, UV index, a lot of things I never thought to talk about because I wasn't in an area that really focused on, you know, beach life and stuff like that. I like covering severe weather because that's my core. Like going and studying at the University of Oklahoma, like that's what we focus on. Tornadoes. Obviously, it's Tornado Alley. So that is like where my science degree really hones into. But I like covering tropical stuff like hurricanes and tropical storms just because I feel like it's more of like a multi-day event. There's a lot more to cover. So I like them for both reasons. Like severe weather in terms of tornadoes and stuff because I know like I can get to the nitty gritty of like what's really happening, and then tropical systems because it's just like a prolonged event. What makes me stand out is that I feel like I'm very conversational. I just try to make it a chat between me and the viewers. I think that if I was to talk science all the time, I would get bored myself. And I think people would get bored of listening to me. Broadcast, though, is kind of that thing where you don't have to be too sciencey to get your point across. It's more of a conversation or more of like a bridge between the super sciencey and the communication with the public. So I think local weather is so important because you're really not going to get it anywhere else. You can go to your app and you can say, oh, it's gonna be 75 degrees today. Most apps just give you the numbers, give you the cloud conditions, and they move on. And maybe that's all you need to know. But I feel like with local weather, it's really important that you understand why things are happening so that you can go about your day properly. And also, I just feel like we're more accurate than those forecasts on the app. That's why we're the, you know, most accurate forecast, because we take the time to actually forecast, go through stuff as a team or individually to make sure that we're getting the most correct information. So I think local weather, it just tells you why things are happening, but also I just think it's more accurate.